All right. Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah HaKodash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God or Jehovah. But in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, his true name, the true name of the Messiah, the Heavenly Father, is Yahweh, which means he exists, he is. Bahasham means in the name, in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, and Rakah HaKodash, Salakia. And Yahweh Shai is the true name of the Messiah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ, but his true name is Yahweh Shai, which means he is deliverer. Okay? And when Yahweh Shai returns, he's coming back to deliver the elect. Okay? And Rakah HaKodash, meaning Spirit Holy or Holy Spirit. Okay? I want to give double honors to my apostles, to the elder bishops of Great Millstone that rule well, which taught me this truth, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And also peace, love, blessings, and salutations unto the elect. All right, shalom. Also shalom to the few sisters, the Akwaf, that listen and follow this truth in silence and sincerity, to the best of their ability, to the best of their abilities. Shalom to your Akwaf as well. And I want to go into Matthew the 24th chapter, man. Right, where these prophecies are even more potent than ever right now, because now we're beginning to see these prophecies begin to play out. We're in the beginning stages of these prophecies, man. You see, we've been telling you, beginning with the apostles, the elder bishops, the elders on down, we've been telling you that these things were going to happen. Now, these prophecies are common talking points amongst people that's not even calling themselves Israelites, man. Right? It's not them necessarily saying that these are biblical prophecies that are beginning to take place, although some of them are saying that, right? And I wonder who they got that from. But just in general, people talking about the economy may possibly collapse. You have people that are calling these brain chips, these brain implants, and things like that, the mark of the beast, the Revelation 13 and 16. Okay, now everybody's talking about World War III. These are certain things that wasn't being talked about years ago. Okay, so ultimately, we're seeing the Lord staying true to his word, as we know, as we always knew he was going to do that. He is doing that, but it builds our faith up even more when we see these things, right? Matthew 24:1, and Yahweh Shai went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Right? Now, if you think about the time period that Yahweh Shai was in, what nation of people were in power? The Edomites, okay, during the Roman Empire. Okay, now we're in the second extinction of the Roman Empire. Just look at everything that, look at the common parallels between America and Rome. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's do that real quick. Let's go to ChatGPT and let's type this in, okay? I'm trying to think of how I want to word it. Let's try this. Let's try this real quick. So yeah, check this out. So clearly you can see what I typed in. I said, are there any parallels or similarities between America and the Roman Empire? Yes, many historians, political theorists, and cultural commentators have drawn parallels between the United States and the Roman Empire. And the reason why it's a whole lot of parallels, because the same nation of people that were ruling during the Roman Empire, they're back ruling today. Okay? So let's dive into it just a little bit. It says, though the comparisons are complex and sometimes controversial, here are some of the key similarities that people point to. Number 1, founding myths and republican ideals. Rome began as a republic with checks and balances, Senate assemblies, councils. It celebrated civic duty and the idea of the citizen soldier. U.S. founded as a republic with separation of powers, a written constitution, and strong emphasis on liberty and civic participation. Both societies saw themselves as exceptional, almost divinely chosen to spread their values. And that's the pride of these Edomites, man. Okay? Expansion and military power. Rome expanded across the Mediterranean through conquest, establishing provinces and client states. Expanded westward, the U.S. expanded westward across the continent, later projecting power overseas. Today it maintains hundreds of military bases worldwide. And that was actually, which I may type it in, but that was actually one of Rome's major mistakes, and the U.S. is making that mistake as well. A part of a lot of things that forwarded the ancient Roman Empire to fall, one of those things were their military was spread out too thin. Okay, and the same thing is going on with the U.S. Okay. In both cases, military strength was not only defensive, but also central to maintaining influence and prestige. Citizenship and integration. Rome gradually extended citizenship to conquered peoples, integrating diverse populations into its system. The U.S. has extended citizenship through immigration and naturalization, bringing diverse groups into the American identity. Both grappled with questions, and ultimately, these Edomites, they want to have complete control over every nationality of people. You know, especially us Israelites. Okay, they actually want to erase us because they believe that they can take our spot, which they're deceiving themselves, man. All right, and this is one of the major ones I wanted to go to right here, okay, because now it's getting into the good stuff. Number 4, the fourth point, wealth, iniquity, and elites. Rome, wealth concentrated in the hands of a small elite, patricians, senatorial class, while poorer citizens and slaves formed the majority. See, now it's getting interesting, okay? Because that's the same thing going on with the U.S. It says the U.S. increasing economic inequality, with wealth and influence concentrated in corporate and political elites. Yeah, these elite banking families, they're the ones that control pretty much the whole world, man. Okay, they fund both sides of the wars. They like to use a term, pressure from above, pressure from below, right? The Hegelian dialectic, and a slew of other things, man. Okay, but ultimately these devils want complete control and power. It says in both economic disparity fuels political tension and unrest. Same things that you're seeing today. Bread and circuses. Okay, this is one of the main ones that I wanted it to bring up. One of the main points. It says bread, circuses, and consumer culture. Rome provided entertainment, gladiator games, chariot races, and grain distributions to maintain social order. And of course, that's going on in the U.S. That's going on right now. It says the U.S. mass entertainment. I mean, mass entertainment, man. Okay. Sports, media. You can also put social media as a part of that. And consumerism. Pretty much, I believe that's when you just, let's look that word up because I'm not too familiar with it. So let's look it up. The protection or promotion of the interests of consumers. Okay. Probably a better definition, but we'll use that for now. So it says consumerism play a similar social role, keeping the public engaged and distracted. Yeah. Why pretty much, if you look at the whole Trump administration, which, they're being controlled by these elites, but, by a particular elite group. But ultimately, they're pretty much waging war against you citizens, right? We're bringing in the United Nations, having troops on the ground. They're waging war against you people, man. All of these psyops or psychological operations, with the school shootings and just a whole lot of, things to keep you distracted from the bigger picture of them pretty much taking away your rights, taking away your food, all of your natural resources and hoarding it unto themselves so that you can come and beg them for these, natural resources, man. That's what these devils want, because ultimately these devils want to chip everybody, man, which is biblical prophecy. Okay. Political corruption and institutional strain. Rome, it says, the late republic, plagued by corruption, populism, civil wars. And we're seeing, civil wars getting ready to heat up. All of this tension. A lot of these Edomites are realizing that they got left out of the blessing. Okay, and now they're ready to go to war with these elite, man. Okay. It says an eventual transition to dictatorship, and that's what we're seeing now. Trump is pretty much he's pretty much becoming a dictator, man. Okay. He's that cruel Lord. That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking to be, unless unless he dies off, because there's rumors saying that he's sick and whatnot. We'll see, man. This is the Heavenly Father's movie, man. Okay. The U.S. concerns over polarization, populism, lobbying, gridlock, and erosion of democratic norms. Both show tension between Republican ideals and concentration of executive power. Global influence and empire without a name. All right, this is interesting. Rome spread Roman law, language, culture, and infrastructure across its territories. The U.S. spreads American culture, technology, business, and political ideals worldwide. Both were seen by outsiders as cultural hegemons, admired and resented in equal measure. So you're seeing the similarities, man, because these same devils are back into power. This is Rome 2.0. Okay. Also spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt. Okay. And all of these, other previous kingdoms that came and fell. America, that's why it's known as the mother of all harlots, man. Okay. It says decline anxiety. Rome's decline over centuries is often invoked as a warning for the U.S. And it is, because the U.S. is going to go out. The U.S. is going to fall the same as the ancient Roman Empire fell, except that the U.S. is going out with a bang. Okay, the America is going to really go out with a bang, man. 200 million nuclear warheads. That's why you see these rumors of wars heating up, which I'm gonna grab the scriptures. I just wanted to bring this out. It says themes include overextinction abroad, internal division, economic strain, moral decay in the eyes of critics. But it's not just the eyes of critics. Like, you clearly can tell that the morals of this place, America, it is in moral decay. There's no standard. Everybody's completely bugged out, proud, wicked. Everybody's in that spirit of do as thou wilt. There's no standard as far as having morals, having dignity, right? It says, and challenges from rising power. So yeah, you see what's going on now. Now they got this right here. It says, important note: history doesn't repeat itself exactly, which in a way it doesn't, but it really does. Now, you're not going to see history repeat itself as far as certain things happening the exact way that it may have happened. But history does repeat itself in the grand scheme of things because of reincarnation. Okay. Like it says in Ecclesiastes, I got to search for it. Give me a second. Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that have been, it is Salakia. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Let's keep reading. Verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It have been already of old time, which was before us. Okay, so yeah, I'll read verse 11. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Right? So that's ultimately dealing with history repeating itself and reincarnation. See, the reason why history repeats itself is because those same spirits that were of old, they come back in new bodies, man. That's reincarnation. Re meaning back, incarnation or carnate, or carnation meaning the flesh, back in the flesh. Okay? Because when you read Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter and the 7th verse, it tells you what happens when you die, right? Because death really is just a transition. When your spirit, leaves your body. Okay. Ecclesiastes 12:7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was. The dust meaning your body, right? As we know, the Lord created man from the dust of the earth, the ground, from the soil. Okay. And the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. And that's all spirits. It don't matter if you're, Israelites, Edomites, Moabites, Ammonites, so on and so forth, man. Hamites, Ishmaelites, Elamites, doesn't matter. Okay, your spirit goes back into the spiritual realm, and that's where you you pretty much receive rest until the Lord puts you back on the earth in a new body. So I'm going to finish this up. It says, history doesn't repeat itself exactly. Rome lasted nearly 1,000 years, depending on whether you count the Eastern Empire, while America is just a few centuries old. Yeah, pretty much, roughly going on 250 years. I believe America is 248 or 249 years old, which I'll look it up. The U.S. is also a modern democracy with technology, global finance, and nuclear weapons. But yeah, you get the point, man. Okay, now let's look that up. Bear with me. Let's see. Searching. 249 years. All right. So next year, which we're coming up on 2026, will be the 250th year. And they say usually empires only last 250 years. Let's see if we can ask ChatGPT that. Let's just see. Oh, uh-oh. It says typical lifespan estimates. So this is from Sir John Boggett Globe, or Glub Pasha. I don't know anything about him. So he studied 11 major empires and suggested most last about 250 years, 10 generations on average. So America is reaching that point, man. So the writing is on the wall for this place, man. All right, and y'all can go and look it up. Oh, look at this right here. It says by Glob's rough 250-year average, the U.S. is right on the threshold as it approaches its 250th birthday in 2026. Uh-oh. But some empires far outlasted. Not Babylon, man. We'll see. Babylon ain't got too much longer, man. So, yeah, man. All right, now let's go back to Matthew, the 24th chapter, because, see, the Lord is getting ready to throw all of this down, man. Okay. Let's read verse 2 again. And Yahushua answered, and Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. See, Yahushua is getting ready to physically take this place down, man. Okay, when he comes back with the host of angels. Right, like it says in Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, right? Because when those nuclear missiles is raining down upon America, the chariots also are going to be shooting out concentrated fire and burning up America too. I believe they say America is at least 7,000 miles long. Let's see if I can look that up. Let me just see what it says. Okay. So it says, maybe I'm wording it the wrong way. But anyways, the whole landmass of America is going to be burning on fire, man. All right, so this is how Babylon is going out, right? There's that great whore is going out by fire. It says, for behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. And the word plead, meaning to judge. The Lord is coming back to judge all flesh. And the slain of the Lord shall be many. So Yahweh Shema Shai ain't playing no games, man. Okay? The Lord is about to do major damage to Babylon. And there's no healing this place, man. It's over. It's a wrap. Let's finish out. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Right? The prophecies, man. Okay. The prophecies that we're seeing right now, those are the signs. When you read 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, it tells you to look out for the signs. He 2nd Esdras 9:1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And we're measuring by the prophecies, by the signs. Okay, and we're linking them to the scriptures. Okay, these signs we're linking them, these major things, these current events that's taking place, these strange phenomenons that are occurring. We can link those back to the signs of the prophecies, man, of the scriptures of the Holy Bible. You see, it says, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So the Lord is beginning to visit this place, man. Okay, and Inquisition is taking place upon America, Babylon, upon Edom, the Edomites, man. Okay. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, you just had a major earthquake, I believe, in Afghanistan, right? I believe over 1,200 people are going back to the spiritual realm, man. It says an uproar to the people in the world. All of these riots, right? These people are protesting. So we're seeing that. It says, then shalt thou understand. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So the end of what? The end of Esau, Edom's rulership is manifesting, right? And we can tell by the signs, by the prophecies, you see. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. Yeah, these false prophets that are claiming to have the truth, but they don't. All right, a lot of people are being deceived by these hirelings, man. Okay, these wolves in sheep's clothing. Well, when it comes to the elect, Lord willing, I'm of that number. The elect is not going to be wooed or swayed away from the real truth. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, and we're hearing about it. Okay, you just had you got something going on now with the U.S. Trump just pretty much blew up some so-called cartel members in Venezuela, pretty much waging war. And also, Venezuela has ties with Russia. So it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. Okay, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay, you're going to have, a lot of racial tension, a lot of wars and gender wars, class wars, social wars, race wars, so on and so forth, man. Right? Pretty much everything is just beginning to boil over to become very chaotic, like those Purge movies, man. Okay? And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Now they're saying the C-99 is back and more powerful than ever. So they're getting ready to shut things down again and lock things down, right? Especially since it's about to get cold. So, hey, look, you better make sure that you're rooted. And I'm speaking to myself before I speak to anyone else. Let me clarify that. You better make sure that you're rooted in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because things are about to get real. The Lord is really about to see who really is down for him, man. Okay? It says all these things are the beginning of sorrows. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the lesson. I just wanted to, this was just one of those lessons where you just hit the button and record. Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah HaKodash, double honors to the elder apostles, to the elder bishops of Great Millstone that rule well, which taught me this truth, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And also peace, love, blessings, and salutations unto the elect. Until next time, Shalom.